Greetings and talofa. My name is Sabrina Uipo, and I will be presenting about the Samoan and Hawaiian culture. I will be comparing and contrasting their values, beliefs, and customs. The Samoan culture, or known as the Anganu'ufa'a Samoa, has a matai system. Samoa is rich in case of cultural practices, traditions, and language. A matai system is a group of high-talking chiefs who lead the people and watch over the village. Within the matai systems, there are three different social classes, mainly the ali'is. They are the highest chiefs. The tulafales, they are known as the orators. They are the ones who speak for the high chiefs. The last is the aumangas. They are the ones who serve both the chiefs and the talking chiefs. And then there are roles between the men and women. Traditionally, the Samoan culture is strict on who is given the important roles. This is why women are not allowed to hold a chief title, because Samoans believe that a woman's role is taking care of the household, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the kids. In any Samoan family, they have a taupo, or a lady they protect. A Samoan saying indicates that a Samoan lady is the i'oi mata. They are dear to the family. I will be talking about wedding traditions first. Samoan wedding traditions are very sacred because they believe in the power of a union. There are two different versions of the Samoan wedding. The first version is before the gospel arrived here in Samoa. And then the second version is after the gospel arrived. The gospel arrived in 1830, and before that, Samoan marriage traditions are known as nunu. This is when the whole village of the man visits the lady's family asking for her hand. They sing praises of him as a good luck to get the lady he wants. And then after the gospel arrived, everything changed when John Williams arrived in American Samoa. The traditional marriage of Samoa and their practices are not as complicated as before. Traditional marriage today in Samoa, asking for a girl's hand in marriage, the man's family will visit the girl's family, or known as the fa'amalamalama, with fine mats and traditional Samoan food to present themselves. And they will hold a ceremony. The girl's church is where their union will be blessed. Now for the Hawaiian marriage traditions, the Hawaiian flower lei is known as a bridge to ancient Hawaiian culture. The maile lei is known as an old Hawaiian lei, and it is worn by both the bride and groom. The wedding lei is exchanged during the ceremony as a symbol of love and appreciation of one another. They use the pu, or the corn shell, indication of the bride's arrival in wedding traditions. The performance of ancient Hawaiian hula is a sacred form of expressing feelings, and it connects the dancer with divine. When the missionaries arrived in 1821, they tried to ban this hula practice, but the people refused. And so they transformed it into a new hula called the auana. There are many forms of Samoan entertainment, and this will be the second custom I will be comparing. The first is something called a ma'lu'ulu. It's a Samoan slow dance to a traditional Samoan song. There is also a sasa, a upbeat dance using the pate or any form of instrument. There is also a form of entertaining when doing the lauma, a tradition where high-talking chiefs speak in deep Samoan language using different Samoan proverbs. For the Hawaiian entertainment, it is called a hula. Hula is performed sitting or standing with gestures to the instruments and chanting. This is performed in a wristlet and anklet of whale teeth, and the women wear skirts or pa'us, and the men wear tapa, loincloths known as malo. And then lastly, I will be comparing and contrasting their creation myths. The Samoan creation myth is believed to be a god named Tangaloa, and he looked down from his place in the sky and considered creating a place on earth where he could stand. He made a resting place by creating the rock called Manuatele. Seeing that his work was good, he divided the rock Manuatele so he would have other rocks in the sea as stepping stones. From these pieces, he created Tonga, Fiji, Savaii, and Upolu. For the Hawaiian creation myth, it starts with two beings or creatures. The male was Kumulipo, meaning the essence of darkness, and the female, Poele, meaning darkness itself. The story of the creation myth goes from creation of darkness and light to creating insects that fly, fish in the sea, then the creation of the first man, Ki'i, and the woman, Laila'a, were born. In conclusion, both the Hawaiian and Samoan cultures share the same customs, such as greeting with a kiss, leaving shoes outside when entering the house, and showing respect. These two societies are strongly into their traditional beliefs and cultural practices. And as shown above, these are my reference where I got my information and everything for my presentation. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.